Jimrex Haka o Jimuel Buena di Buno sa totoong buhay, tubong Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. Nag-umpisa bilang professional taong 2000 sa edad na 17. Maganda ang naging panimula ng karera nitong si Haka, mga brad. Maliban kasi kay Manny Pacquiao, ay isa itong si Jimrex sa mga top prospect ng Philippine boxing natin noon. Kumbaga para siyang si Kalaban natin ngayon. Nakapagtala ng 22 na sunod-sunod na panalo mula taong 2000 hanggang taong 2004, kung saan siyam sa mga ito ay tinapos niya sa pamamagitan ng knockout. At alam niyo ba, mga brad, na isa sa siyam na pinatulog nitong si Haka noong nag-uumpisa pa lamang ito bilang professional ay ang kapatid ng ating pambansang kamao na si Bobby Pacquiao, na tumagal lamang ng halos 2 minuto sa first round. Naging former OPBF o Oriental Pacific Boxing Federation Super Bantamweight Champion at former WBO Asia Pacific Super Featherweight Champion. Samantala, fast forward tayo sa taong 2006 matapos manalo ni Jimrex sa isa pang Meksikano na si Hector Javier Marquez via technical decision.
Winner by technical decision at 2:08 in the 7th round, Jimrex Haka!
3 buwan lamang ang nakalipas, ay dito na nga niya nakatapat ang tinaguriang dinamita ng Mexico na si Juan Manuel Marquez. Ginanap ang kanilang sagupaan sa Dodge Arena, Hidalgo, USA para sa WBO Interim World Featherweight title na hawak ni Marquez. Bago ang kanilang laban ay ito muna ang kanilang kartada. Si Juan Manuel Marquez ay may record na 45 wins, 34 knockouts, 3 talo at 1 tabla. Samantalang si Jimrex Haka naman ay may 27 wins, 12 knockouts, 2 losses at 1 ding tabla. Sa early rounds ay nagpakita na agad ng pagiging agresibo ang Pinoy Southpaw fighter.
He's been as much worn and torn. The boxing years is much younger.
What so far, Haka is taking a little more than anticipated.
Marquez in his position service. He's got to go up against a conventional fighter, and there you see Marquez land right.
Marquez is fighting a lot more aggressive than he normally and punching with a lot more authority. He seems to be very determined.
2 fights ago, he lost a decision that
mentioned earlier, friend. He even tonight. I never heard him say something like that.
Yeah, and he's got caught with a beautiful straight left right there by Haka.
Haka doing work to the body, but Marquez spins him around, and now the corner.
This could turn out to be a much more exciting fight than we all expected.
That was a left. Marquez and Haka trading blows.
As Marquez, it means we have a good, exciting fight on our hands.
Marquez doubles up with the left hand.
Doesn't hit like a ton of bricks as Pacquiao does.
Between Juan Manuel Marquez and
Jimrex is trying to land on front of Marquez.
When we go to the corner of Haka, they speak Tagalog, Ernie Colon 18 out of 54, Haka 18.
But left hook.
There you see how Harold Letterman scored the first round, and he gave it to him. This fight was supposed to take place. He has joined.
Go think that it was Marquez who did some of the hurting in that battle. Although,
now,
Marquez is a tad slower than he normally is, I think, because he himself got caught with a right hook, even though.
Go, Manny.
You know, going in doesn't seem like this is the kind of hair used for Manny Pacquiao.
Cut over the left eye, I believe. There you see what Mark had to counter punch with his left.
Punch at him also sometimes when he comes in. Interesting, because I thought he would be more, but Haka's just taking a little step back sometimes.
In this fight, if Marquez can make adjustments and start to pull away.
Marquez trying to end round 2 with a against Geronimo Hernandez. It was a first round TKO.
Pulls back a lot just enough himself. Instead of throwing punches and just standing, pulls back just enough like he does.
There's a killer robot, and then he executed. Still early in the fight, the rounds go on.
I don't know if he's going to be that effective. This guy seems like very elusive with any combinations.
I think it did a little
from Mark
to miss a little bit more in this round than he was earlier.
And all take it to another level. I think, because he's tired of
Judge a little bit of the speed that he's
very professional, but still slow.
starting to settle into the fight now. Marquez trying to as Jim Rex Haka. See how he has to shoot the fight.
Okay, Fred. 2 rounds to 1. Jim Rex Haka. That very close. Could have gone either way. I was really surprised at the style of Jim Rex Haka. I mean, this is Haka staggered him. I thought he won that. But round 1 now,
It's not uncommon for Marquez to start slowly and fight with this kind of passion, but like he really is trying to take this guy's head off.
More passion in previous fights. He maybe then would have got the fight.
That's the tight hitting when he was clearly better than the other guy.
That's following a long career where he explosive.
Yes.
We're now trying to lead with the left hand.
Haka doesn't have the punching power, Marquez, but he's fighting. Seeming is winning the round.
Against southpaws, Manny, guys are on guard. Look, Marquez seems to be caught with that.
It's about to fight with Pacquiao because with a lot more speed and power than Haka.
Looks vulnerable still. He is fighting a southpaw with a good straight left hand, and that's put him in kind of the, he's active against a guy like that. Might that not be an advantage against Pacquiao in an arena?
But what happens is what's left in his speed, and you can't do that with a guy like Pacquiao.
Jose Reyes there, the cut man, with control. In the 5th round here at Dodge Arena in Hidalgo, Texas, Franchon, Emmanuel Stewart, and Max Kellerman. And this was supposed to be a rebirth here for Juan Manuel Marquez.
He does, but I'll tell you what, should he come out with a win here, I think this is more...
The opponent is fighting him perfectly, especially if he's looking like he's got a watered-down version of Pacquiao right here in front of him.
What fighters don't watch tape, and Haka says he doesn't watch tape.
Gamesmanship maybe there by Marquez. Haka, he wanted to make sure everything was all good. Marquez wouldn't touch gloves. And now there's a cut.
Time! Neutral corner, right there. Right there.
Headbutt.
Bad cut with his 2 hands bumped together. The flesh in between gets busted. Very bad.
I'll tell you what, if Harold's scorecard's right, that puts Marquez in some trouble.
And Marquez, you can tell, sensing he doesn't want to fight going to work here in the 5th round. This is the 5th fight that we know of with Haka.
Seen Marquez in his career, except for the Pacquiao fight, vulnerable. And it's that kind of invulnerability seemed more human through the years. From a bad cut over his eye, perhaps on points,
Now see what happened.
to beat a guy to go a long way towards making him a more popular fighter.
Marquez shot a big volley trying to, get even after getting cut. And now he's Haka's trying to take control again.
Blood streaming down the right side of Marquez's face. Scorecards to determine a winner. Power punches, Marquez landing 14 of 43, Haka 12 of 40. Nice right hand, Manuel Marquez.
Sometimes when fighters aren't used to be, you find out if they're great. And Marquez, though he has a gainer and has never had the signature win against a top guy, he drew with Pacquiao. He lost to Freddie Norwood, controversial. Rob Haka there, that's something new in his portfolio, and I think the top fighters in this weight class. And he does seem to be fighting harder since the cut.
He's, to me, landed more punches in the fight, clean punches, than Haka. But Haka still seems to be so relaxed and seems to be very comfortable with the situation. And he's been.
It wouldn't be a dramatic win if it wasn't against a determined guy.
Seems to be unawed about this pro-Mexican crowd. We're particularly excited about what happened with Pacquiao in Mexico last week.
He's showing some maturity.
A lot of maturity.
It really is. He's getting hit, and it doesn't seem to be taking the fight out of him. Pacquiao.
Manny, it was only a couple of weeks ago where your fighter, Vladimir Klitschko, he suffered a cut, and we saw his pace pick up a little bit.
Yeah, but that's good right hand. Good right hand.
Marquez landing flush upstairs on Jim Rex Haka.
Very determined fighter. Now, I like what Marquez is doing. He used to throw that long 1-2, and Haka was getting out of the way of it, but now he's just getting closer, shooting a right hand lead off the back now instead of the 1-2. And he's been more effective. There it is again. By shooting the right hand without shooting the left, he's been more effective, and Haka can't time it.
The blood streaming down from the right side of Marquez's face. You see him wiping it off. In between, firing big shots. Fellas, say not what we expected.
Has not been able to land that very cleanly very often. It's a straight right hand, and maybe that's one of the reasons Haka's still around this late in the fight, despite the fast pace.
All right, we are through 6 rounds. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Fred. 58, 56, 1 Manuel Marquez. Fred, I got to tell you, won 4 rounds in a row. I'm talking about Marquez. Even with the bleeding, even with the blood going in his eye, he's landed a great right hand and he's winning these rounds. But I want to say something. You were right about we go to the scorecards after the 4th round. The fight is stopped by that cut. But I got to say this. If the fight is stopped in the middle of the round, you score the partial round. So therefore, you got to start fast in every round. Make sure you don't lose the first half because you got to score that partial round. 4-2, Marquez.
Marquez catches Haka with a left uppercut.
Haka has a good chin. That's the only reason he hasn't been knocked out, because Marquez is caught him with good punches, and Marquez punches good with both hands. Even though he punches good with the left hook, he has a good right hand. But Haka just takes a good punch.
Not only is this the kind of fight that will endear Marquez to the fans, but maybe it will make other top fighters think that he's more vulnerable than he used to be, and therefore make it easier to make some of those top fights.
Well, that is truly the case, I believe. I think he gets hit a little bit more than he used to, but he's fighting a lot more to the belt line. So it means that maybe mentally he's starting to fall apart a little bit. But there was nothing serious about the low blow.
Nice uppercut by Marquez, and then he does a nice job of stepping back to get some separation, and he comes back with a left.
I mean, for Marquez, he just landed a right uppercut from the outside against a world-class southpaw.
Yeah,
That's so, I mean, how do you do something like that?
And no punch has wobbled this boy Haka yet still. He's been hit with some tremendous shots, but none of the punches have caused him to get in any trouble.
Fights ago, unanimous decision of Chris John in Indonesia. He counterpunched his way through that fight, even though he thought he won it. In his last fight against Turtsak Chandang, we saw this type of effort from Marquez. The fight was stopped in the 7th with Marquez winning.
Marquez, the Norwood fight, most people thought he won. He lost the decision. The Chris John fight also, people thought he won.
Manuel Marquez comes right out at the beginning of the 8th round and lands a left hook. Haka's getting the biggest payday of his career, as you mentioned, Max, $50,000. He says he plans on going back to the Philippines. He wants to build a house. His wife,
he can build a couple in the Philippines with 50 grand. He looks like $1 million tonight, though, considering the level of opposition. He's really fighting a spirited, inspired kind of fight.
He says he has no other hobbies. Boxing is it.
It should be said also as we watch Marquez and you think about Pacquiao. People are talking about Barrera in a rematch with Pacquiao. Barrera got knocked out in 5 rounds. Marquez drew in a fight I actually thought he won. Many people did. He didn't lose to Pacquiao. He drew.
It was 2.5 years ago, though.
Yeah, but
Cole letting us know it's a second accidental headbutt. And you can see once again, Marquez wants to take matters into his own hands. Haka standing right there with him, going toe-to-toe.
But Haka came right to him and netted punch for punch.
what an exchange! What a great exchange!
You know, Haka's going right to him. He's not taking it easy. Both guys are meeting each other head on.
Blood streaming down his face, Fran, down Marquez's face in a furious exchange with a determined contender.
If they go to a scorecard, based on what I'm seeing, Marquez still could win the fight, possibly.
He's not trying to win on the scorecard.
No, they're going for the knockout, both guys.
Marquez sensing the danger with the cuts. Blood now covering the right side of his face.
Time, right there. Come here, come on, Lonnie. You have that, how many guys? You're ahead on the scorecard, okay? When you see how many kills I got? All right. Hang on. Time in.
It's a little odd there. Lawrence Cole telling Marquez he was ahead on the scorecard.
Definitely on it. I'm very seldom. I don't recall ever hearing that.
He's basically telling him, it sounds as though he's implying, if you decide you don't want to fight on because of the cut, you're going to win. And Marquez, to his credit, wants to fight on. Face is ripped open, and he wants to fight on.
How could Lawrence Cole have any idea what the scorecard said?
I don't know how he can know it if he did.
Fights, guys, and that's the kind of stuff that would happen in an open scoring system.
And power punches in the 8th round.
And on to open scoring, that is a potential con that would quit knowing they were ahead in the fight.
And a lot of fighters won't actually run the rest of the fight, even if there's no cut involved, just on points.
To Marquez's credit, he's not looking just to win, but to win in a way that will kind of tip the scale away from Barrera and towards him in terms of public demand.
Bleeding like that.
And guys, a point that was just brought to my attention from the truck, Marquez may not have even known what Lawrence Cole was saying. He may not have understood him.
Good point.
Marquez's corner doing a nice job on that cut, because it is hardly as much of an issue, the blood that is, as it was in round 8.
Really nice job.
He'll be his trainer, cut man, and manager. He has been his manager and always the boxing guy in his life, for he and his brother Rafael.
Haka now trying to do some work against the ropes, and he comes back with a strong left hook to the body. Oh, big left hook by Marquez. He doubled up, and it floors Haka.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm surprised.
I don't. By Marquez, he doubled up, and it floors Haka.
At dahil na din siguro sa pagod, ay hindi na nito nagawa pang tumayo. Kaya naman tagumpay si Dinamita na madepensahan ng kanyang interim title. Bagamat hindi pinalad manalo si Jimrex sa labang ito mga brad, ay umani naman ito ng samot-saring papuri dahil sa kanyang impresibong performance na ipinakita sa laban. At ayon pa nga mismo sa international matchmaker at vice president ng Golden Boy Promotion na si Eric Gomez, kahit siya at pati na din si Oscar De La Hoya ay sobrang bumilib sa pinakita ng Pinoy Southpaw fighter. Kaya naman nangako ito na bibigyan niya pa ito ng magagandang laban sa hinaharap. Nagpatuloy ang mala roller coaster na karera ng tinaguriang The Executioner. At matapos manalo via decision sa laban nito kontra kay Pablo Lugo Montiel noong 2015 ay hindi na ito muli pang nakita sa ibabaw ng parisukat na lona. Pero bakit nga ba bigla na lang huminto itong si Jimrex Haka sa pagboboxing? Well, ganito kasi yan mga brad. Ayon sa nakalap nating source, huminto ito sa boxing upang alagaan ang kanyang anak at may sakit na asawa. Ayon mismo kay Jim Rex, matapos ang laban niya kay Montiel ay na-diagnose ang kanyang asawa sa sakit na diabetes at kalaunan ay pumanaw. Ang sakit para akong mababaliw. Yan ang mismong salitang sinabi ni Jim Rex nung nawala ang kanyang asawa. At dahil sa malungkot na pangyayaring ito sa kanyang buhay, ay tuluyan na nga pong tinalikuran ni Jim Rex Haka ang sports ng boxing sa record na 40 wins, 22 knockouts, 8 losses at 4 na tabla. Sa kasalukuyan ay isa ng traffic enforcer ngayon itong si Jim Rex sa Talisay City, Cebu. At ayon sa kanya, minsan na may nag-offer sa kanya na bumalik sa pagboboxing, ngunit hindi niya ito tinanggap. Ito mismo ang sinabi niya mga brad. Minsan, namimiss ko ang pagbaboxing pero masaya ako ngayon bilang isang traffic enforcer.